This is the Kevin special from like 2016. You know, you take the Murkrow, you quash the thing, and then you hit the thing with the thing that you don't expect the thing to hit the thing with. Mike 2024. Good afternoon, Pokesports. It's your host, Mike, and I play with 2 Pokemon on the field. I went through this whole video, and I didn't ever record an intro, so I guess Mike Week is going okay. Anyway, today we're going and playing with Conkeldurr. I've got a Conkeldurr team for you. This team was given by JLun44. Thank you so much for sharing that on X. If you want to, you can go and share this on our Discord, or you can just go and tag us in that on Twitter/X if you so choose. Anyway, I want to show you this really cool team involving a Conkeldurr, okay? Because I have learned through playing these games, the Conkeldurr is actually still pretty great, still pretty relevant, still pretty useful, at least. Of course, it has Iron Fist. You will see a lot of Conkeldurrs with Guts instead, running Flame Orb, but this one, you can toss on a Black Belt on it, you toss on Iron Fist, and that first attack is just so pivotal, right? You've got people thinking that your Conkeldurr is about to just kind of sit back and wait until the orb burns their soul, but no. You sit there with your fist and you punch them hard, and that's what Drain Punch is there for. Drain Punch, Mach Punch, Knock Off, and Wild Guard. It's such a good set on this Conkeldurr. You can catch a lot of people off guard with some really heavy hitting attacks, or you can just use Wide Guard, because Conkeldurr gets that now. Super useful. It gets a priority utility move on top of its priority offense move with Mach Punch. The rest of the team supports that really well. You've got Chi-Yu and Fluttermane for that good Beads of Ruin, Moonblast / Dazzling Gleam. You can Terra Fairy if you really need to. Raging Bolt, same kind of thing. It feels like Raging Bolt is just a Dragon Electric Fluttermane at sometimes. You know, you got that big Thunderbolt, you got the big Electro Web, you got the big Draco Meteor. Big Electro Web, it's not really all that big, but you do some big damage. This also has a Sableye to it, and I love using Sableyes. Having that quash, like it's a Sword and Shield thing, I think, from like way early on, and even before that. I believe we were looking at like Black 2, White 2 with Quash. But anyway, you have the little hand, you suppress the moves, so that way your Conkeldurr actually, which is just kind of naturally slower, can go for the Drain Punch, can go for the knockoff, and do that damage before the opponents can. And then of course you got the Groudon with Precious Blades and the Heat Crash and Bulk Up. It's a good Groudon. Like, surprise, surprise, restricteds are fun. Anyway, we're gonna hop into our first game here. If you're excited, please do make sure you're liking and subscribing, because that tells us that you want to go and see more of this kind of thing. But without further ado, let's get on to today's video. What's the deal? All right, going up against Catrilli, who is not bringing a restricted Pokemon. How come the people I face never bring restricted Pokemons? They don't need it. They don't need it. Looks like Raging Bolt is not going to be joining us today. It doesn't seem to do too much against most of the Pokemon there, and the Pokemon that it does can do quite a bit back. So let's not go with that. We do want to bring Fluttermane, but Fluttermane has quite a few weaknesses from this team, all of which I think Chi-Yu covers quite well. To the point where like I may want to actually swap out Fluttermane at the beginning, or maybe just bring differently a Groudon so that I have that fire going up against the people that can accept fire, which is most of these guys. But some of them have things like Thermal Exchange and Flash Fire, which is, good for Groudon too, because it can just press Blades right after. So then I can bring the Fluttermane. I will bring the Fluttermane. I was thinking of maybe bringing the Sableye to quash some things, but honestly, there's the Dark type in King Gambit that like suppresses the Prankster anyway, so we'll just go with what we have here. Pretty sure just bringing the power is the right way to go against this guy with the Fletch Ling trainer card. Here we go. All right. Leading with a Dragapult and Glimmora. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. I can deal with that. The drought, I mean, it's not really going to help too much at this point, but none of them have fake out. There's no point in Terra Ghost. I can go for a Snarl and lower the Glamora's special, but I think I'd rather go for the Dark Pulse on the Dragapult. Maybe go for the Precipice Blades. Is going for Terrifier worth it here? I don't think so. Is this... Yeah, this is definitely Precipice Blades here. Glamour is probably going to have to swap out. Unless they think they can KO my Groudon in one. But we'll figure it out. No, they're actually staying in. They're just going to let me... They're just going to let me take that Dragapult for free. This is a Choice Scarf GU! He's faster. He's faster than you. And I'm going to miss my Precipice Blades. No, I'm not. It's just the game being slow. What an... Oh, double KO. Yay. I love double KOs. No, don't drop poison things all over. Clean up your mess. Clean up your mess. Cool. That's a fun first turn here. 4 against 2. Let's see how I can lose this. All right, King Gambit's out. I am locked into Dark Pulse, but that's okay because I have something to use it on right there. King Gambit's going to get a little strength, but we're going to Dark Pulse the Ceruledge. We're going to... I could actually Heat Crash. I could Heat Crash, but I won't. I'm going to just Precipice Blades and assume that they're going to Terra Flying, as one does. Which, of course, is the wrong thing for me to do in that case, but... It's fine. It's fine. No, they're actually not going to do it. They're just going to accept it. Oh, painful. Painful and sad and fun for me. Is Precipice Blaze going to hit this time? Yeah. Yeah. It's strange when that happens. You know, you think that it's not going to go off, and then it does go off. And then you have a 30-second battle, and you have to toss in another game because, you know, you try and put in games that aren't just clean sweeps. That's what I'm going to do. All right, on to the next. Up against Emelson. Oh, okay. Bring in a Blissey. Bring in a Blissey. So that means I'm going to need something that's physical and something that is a fighting type. I think I found my use case for Conkeldurr. So let's go ahead and bring that. Do we bring that first? I don't think so. I think I want to bring Groudon first, actually. Having the Flutter Mane there, this is a Proto Speed Flutter Mane. So I do think I want that. I don't think anybody's going to be using Tailwind this time. So maybe I just want to lead with it. I'm going to do it. But if they bring the Koraidon as a lead as well, then I'm glad that I have the Groudon. I will probably switch this out for something else. Especially if it uses like Flame Charge. I would want something like Raging Bolt to go and take that. And then in the back, of course, we're going to bring Conkeldurr. Let's go with that. I feel like the Sableye is the right choice to bring in kind of every game, but I feel like things have kind of scaled past Sableye so hard over the past couple of months. It's hard to bring that in still. Okay, Grimmsnarl and Blissey. That kind of sucks for me because the Blissey is just so specially tanky, right? Like I'd want the Conkeldurr out for that. I do feel safe enough to use a bulk up right now. And I kind of just want to do as much damage to the Grimmsnarl as possible. So why don't I Terrastalize? What would I Terrastalize if not that, right? Might it be Fighting Man? No. I'm going to do this. I'm going to attack the Grimmsnarl. Now, at some point, I might want to go and Trick Room with the Flutter Mane, just so that my Conkeldurr has like a good chance, a good fighting chance, you know? Against some of the faster Pokemon that he's got in the back here. He's got the Reflect up now, which you know, that's rough for Conkeldurr later, but that is why I'm bulking up here. So he just gets the reflect up. My Groudon is going to bulk up, get a little bit done there, but what's the Blissey gonna do? What can the Blissey do? I just know it has teleport. Defense curl! Oh, that thing's never going down. Wow, wait a second. So we've got reflect up, we've got defense curl up. Okay. Blissey just brought its defense up to like 1 billion, except not really, because its base defense is so low. Well, I've done it once, so why don't I just... I want a Precipice Blades, but I don't want a Precipice Blades. How much do I outweigh a Blissey? Well, if I can Heat Crash it, then I might as well just do that, right? It'll just, like, look a little embarrassing, but, you know, I'll go for the Precipice Blades. It's not going to hit the Dragonite, but I'm going to hit the Dragonite. And then especially if the Dragonite terastallizes, uh-oh! If it Terra Normals, then that means I'm definitely going to be able to hit the Dragonite. That's great. That's so good for me. Here we go with the Moonblast. So why would it Terra Normal if not for extreme speed? What else does a Dragonite Terra Normal for? Precipice Blades misses the Dragonite as if it were still flying. Ah! Ooh, the Ice Spinner on the Groudons. That's painful. But I did bulk up once, so that helps. Hyper Voice is also going to hurt. I don't think I can take another Ice Spinner. But I was faster, so there is that. I can pretty confidently Dazzling Gleam to take out this rest of the Dragonite. And that will do some damage to the Blissey, bring it closer to its demise. It's ever quickly approaching demise. This Blissey's days are numbered, and they're numbered by the amount of turns left on Protect. So... Reflect. I said Protect. Reflect. The Dragonite used Protect. And that's what I saw. So that's what I said. So Dragonite protects itself. Blissey takes, you know, more damage than I think I thought it would take. But hey. So here comes the Precipice Blades. I'm hitting every single one of those, and that actually does manage to take out the Blissey. That's huge. That's great. That's wonderful. So I'm not going to be hit with whatever that was. Oh, here comes Koraidon, too. We might be in for just a big boy fight, Koraidon versus Conkeldurr, if things continue as they are. But we'll just go for the spread move here. We can go for the Dazzling Gleam as well. Actually, I'm still going to go for the Dazzling Gleam. The Dragonite can E-Speed my Fluttermane now. Which might just take it down. Yeah. And I'm now flashing back to me being like, why would it Terra Normal if not to E-Speed? It can E-Speed my Fluttermane. Of course it can E-Speed my Fluttermane. I Terra Fairy'd it. Oh, and the Flare Blitz does actually take out my Groudon as well. Now, I'm going to send out the Conkeldurr. I'm going to frighten the Dragonite into protecting. And of course, the Raging Bolt also does help out here as well. The sun is up, so I do get the Photosynthesis, which is great. I think the right thing to do is to go for a Drain Punch from the Conkeldurr and a Draco. Is it a Draco Meteor? From the Raging Bolt. Yeah, I'm going to do that. We're going to Drain Punch. Do I want to? Yeah, I do. I believe that the Dragonite is going to protect here. My beliefs were unfettered, and I have never been more sad about myself. But it's fine. Here comes a Flare Blitz in the sun. Doesn't manage to take out the Raging Bolt. because Raging Bolt is a Raging Bolt. Typing helped here. Draco Meteor missed. I would have won if that had hit just now, actually. So that's that's fun for me. That's fun for me. Let's Electro Web. I don't know. I can hit a Drain Punch on the Koraidon. Actually, would that take it out? Yeah. I went for the Electro Web because I believe it doesn't matter what my Raging Bolt does. It's just going to go down. If Koraidon has Protect, I'm sad. Fun fact. Maybe I just want to Mach Punch. If I Mach Punch the Dragonite, doesn't matter. Let's Drain Punch the Koraidon. It'll heal me up more if it hits. Okay, so Raging Bolt goes down. Dragonite loses some HP. Wait, does it? Right. Right. Oh no. And then Collision Course. It's all down to this Collision Course. Nope. I survived that just fine. Drain Punch takes out the Koraidon. Yeah, Conkeldurr! Yeah, big fists. Boosh, boosh, boosh. Got him. I took out the box legendary with this guy, with Big Veins McGee. Woo! That's good. Okay, cool. I'm very happy that went down that way. Now, did I need to go for the Draco Meteor that had the potential to miss? No. But I've been going for Precipice Blades, and they've been doing just fine. So, you know, maybe I got a little overconfident. But either way, let's hop into the next game, and let's be a little bit more cautious of the fact that moves can miss. All right, on to the next. Okay, this battle against a Meowscarada and an Emboar. All right, we've got a rain situation on our hands. We've got the Groudon versus Kyogre situation on our hands. So we're gonna be doing weather things a little bit. Is it actually worth leading with the Groudon? I don't think so. Right, we've got ground problems. Now, if I just don't bring the Groudon, then that opens me up to bring Chi-Yu, Raging Bolt, Sableye, and Conkeldurr. I don't hate that. I don't hate those four specifically. I could bring the Fluttermane too. I mean, like, Fluttermane's just good. But is it worth Trick Rooming? No, not with that. Not with that Ursaluna. What if I do this? What if I bring Chi-Yu and Raging Bolt and do the thing that I just said? I like the ability to Thunderclap. I really like the ability to Thunderclap on most of those Pokemon. Not so much the Fluttermane, not so much the Ursaluna, but everything else. Yeah, not so much the Meowscarada, but everything else. Maybe a little bit on the Emboar, but everything else. That guy. That's the one. That's my target right there. That's my friend. Urshifu. So, what's the haps here, Caps? Should I go for a Snarl? Should I go for a Dark Pulse? Should I just overheat on the Fluttermane? Maybe. I'll be faster than it. Let's go for a Dark Pulse. Now, if I Terra... Ooh, maybe. If I Terra Electric Thunderclap, what do we think? Is that too gutsy? Might be. Yeah, I want to do it though, so I'm gonna do it. Let's make it happen. Now, really, the big reason I want to terrestrialize this Raging Bolt is so that I can get Dragon off of it so that the Flutter Mane doesn't flutter all over me. Yeah. That's why we do what we do. Moonblast is gonna hurt, but not that much, because I'm not a dragon. But come on, don't do the nasty thing. I don't like that. Cool. Well, that worked. The Flutter Mane actually went before me. Really? Okay. Flutter Mane went before me. Well, I think I'm just gonna Dark Pulse one more time. I could Thunderclap the Flutter Mane. I don't think I will, though. I think I'm going to actually keep that for later. Let's send out Sableye. Let's just let Sableye take a hit or two. I don't think Emboar can really do nasty damage to me. They might even target my Raging Bolt with a fighting attack, in which case Sableye will be the right switch. If my Sableye gets hit with a Moonblast, it gets hit with a Moonblast, that's fine. Chi-Yu definitely goes before Emboar, so that will take out the Flutter Mane. But this seems right. If all goes well, then the Flutter Mane does go down this turn. Here comes a Moonblast on the Chi-Yu instead. And it doesn't do a ton. That does. And if the Emboar wants to take out my Chi-Yu at this point, I have done my job. Yeah. Emboar brought its head down and was like, hey, how about this one? And then it did that. So, do I want to save Raging Bolt for later? I think I do. We're gonna bring this guy in. Oh, that's a spooky. That is a spooky. It's gonna drizzle. It's probably got the Mystic Water, as they usually do. Oh, I can just Wide Guard though. Wait, I can just Wide Guard. What is the Sableye gonna do though if I Wide Guard? Not a ton. I guess I can Gravity. What does Gravity actually help me for here? Absolutely nothing. Not really anything, huh? A Will-O-Wisp doesn't really help me either. Foul Play, I guess, is just kind of gonna do the most. Okay, we'll do that. I don't feel threatened by the Emboar necessarily. The Kyogre's gonna Terra, it's gonna Terra Ice? Wait, whoa, hold on. Okay, wait, I'm gonna really need it to use Origin Pulse here. Or, I don't know, something. Surf, I don't care. I'm gonna need it to use a spread move. Perfect. Exactly what I need. Because I have an idea for next turn, I do. My next turn is gonna be great now that it's done this. You've knocked off my Citrus Berry almost in time for me to use it. But that's fine. Foul Play actually did quite a bit. We're going to Drain Punch Kyogre. And we're going to Quash Kyogre. This is the Kevin special from like 2016. You know, you take the Murkrow, you quash the thing, and then you hit the thing with the thing that you don't expect the thing to hit the thing with. Mike 2024. Okay, so come on, good boy. Your move was postponed. Flare Blitz is going to not hurt a ton in the rain because there's a Kyogre on the field. And this Drain Punch, Gadoom. Bye-bye to you, my good friend Kyogre. Moby Dick over here. Call me Ishmael, because I've just taken down the big whale. We're going to Drain Punch this. We're going to hit it with, I guess, a Foul Play, because what else are we going to do? It's going to Head Smash. That's not very much damage. So here you go. How much foul play damage is that going to be? Quite a bit. That thing's pretty strong. And Drain Punch. Wow. Okay, so Conkeldurr, as Kevin used to call it, Conkeldurr is just running amok this episode. Running a mockery of Regulation G this episode. And I'm here for it. And we're going to do one more. So strap in, folks, because Conkeldurr is... Conkomania is running wild, brother. That's a Kevin thing. Kevin would have said that, maybe. Anyway, on to the next. All right, a battle against Clay, who's gone and brought Rayquaza. Now, if you know me, you know that's character development, because I used to only call it Rayquaza. And some people think that's still the right thing to say, but it's Ray and Quasar, so it's Rayquaza. It's character development. All right, Conkeldurr's still going to be useful here. We've got a couple of things that Conkeldurr's good against. So we're definitely going to be bringing that. Do we bring that in the back or do we bring that in the front? I feel like this Quash Conkeldurr combo has been doing quite well, but I am a little worried about the Incineroar because that can pretty easily dash my hopes here. So should I go ahead and lead with the Flutter Mane? I might get Golden Goaded, not goated with the sauce, but goaded. So let's bring the Chi-Yu just so I have something to deal with that. That way Intimidate doesn't matter to me very much either. And then in the back, of course, we bring the Conkeldurr, and then what's the last thing that we bring? It's not Raging Bolt, as much as I want it to be. It's not going to be Raging Bolt. It's definitely going to be the Sableye. So let's go and deal with that. Clay was thinking just as much as I was, so there's that. I just want to say, shortly after in one of the last games there, that I said Conkomania is running wild, I went and I messaged Kevin, and I was like, you're welcome. I just said Conkomania is running wild, and explained why. You know, Conkeldurr's gone and taken out a bunch of Pokemon here. And he said, I'm so proud of you. I just want everybody to know that Kevin is proud of me. And really, that's all that I'm doing this for, right? Is Kevin's respect. So grass is going to grow to cover the battlefield. Is this worth Trick Rooming? Is this worth Trick Rooming for this guy? But then why am I quashing things? Why would I Trick Room if I can just quash? I don't need to. Kevin also said, by the way, Conkeldurr isn't a bad Pokemon. We all just forgot. And he gets Wide Guard. Like, yeah, it's really good. I do want a Heat Wave, of course. But do I want a Dazzling Gleam or do I want a Moonblast? I'm worried about switches. I'm worried about protects. So I can't just go for this. I want to get rid of my ghost typing. So I'm just going to do exactly that. Basically, I'm going to press down 2 times, hit the R button, and then press A a lot. That's all that I need to do. Is, you know, down, down, get to Dazzling Gleam. There's the Protect. So if I went and Moonblasted the Chi-Yu, I would have been very sad. But here comes the Heat Wave. It's going to hit the Protect, and then I'm actually going to hit with that. Great, thank you. Rillaboom's going to take some big damage, and then Dazzling Gleam is going to hit because it can't not. There you go. The Chien-Pao had to wait. No, you know what? This is information for my opponent because they just saw that my Chi-Yu outsped the Flutter Mane, so they just saw that Choice Scarf is in full effect here. Gonna send in Golden Go. I don't see there being any issue in me just Dazzling Gleaming and Heat Waving again. Because best case scenario, no Terra happens, and I just take out the Golden Go with a Heat Wave, take out the bring the Chien-Pao down to Sash with a Heat Wave, and then Dazzling Gleam finishes it off. Golden Go doesn't have any kind of priority here. Yeah, I think this is just a... Well, of course, I can Mist, right? So there is that, but I do take out the Golden Go, so hooray! That's something. How much is the Dazzling Gleam going to do to the Chien-Pao? All of it? Yeah, all of it. Save the one for the Focus Sash, but such is life. Such is life. Sacred Sword is going to hurt the Chi-Yu, but I think it might be too little too late. Because this Chi-Yu has managed to get 2 KOs? 1 KO. So we just bring in the Conk. I can Mach Punch the Chien-Pao and force it to Sucker Punch or just collapse. Oh, and here's the Rayquaza. Well, you know what this means is I get to Moonblast this turn instead of Dazzling Gleam. So we're going to Moonblast the Rayquaza. We're going to Mach Punch the Chien-Pao. We're going to feel good. We're going to feel good about ourselves today. I can feel it. Yeah. You saw the Conkeldurr. You saw those big muscles. You said, oh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. No, I think that's Macho Man Randy Savage. It's fine. Ooh, yeah. Conk. Macho Conk Randy Savage. Hey, you know what? Go and post in the comments a wrestler name, but change it in some way to reflect Conkeldurr, right? So Macho Conk Randy Elder, okay? The Ronk. That's The Rock. What else we got? I don't know. I don't have to think about it. You can. I love this team. I think it's really great. I think Conkeldurr is, as Kevin said, quite a unique Pokemon that isn't bad. It's just not really used that much. Some people just kind of overlook it because it's just this one elder dude who's been around for a long time, and you'd think that it'd get power crept by things like, oh, I don't know, Koraidon. But no, I don't think so. Not always. This guy gets Wide Guard. That's great. This thing has priority. That's great. If you really don't want to deal with the fact that it's, kind of slow, you can go in Trick Room. That is also great. Not with Conkeldurr. You have to use other things, in this case, the Flutter Mane. But it's a good team. So if you enjoyed this team, once again, I want to thank, let me pull this up. Forgive me. It's JLun44 from X, Twitter. JLun44, thank you for sharing this team. It's great and fantastic, and we had a great time. The Sableye actually has some good use as well with a Quash. I'm curious with Gravity. Oh, it's Precipice Blades. Yeah, Gravity and Precipice Blades is probably a very, very fun time. Precipice Blades and Heat Wave. Draco Meteor 2. There's a lot of uses for Gravity, so very interesting that they went and put this on as well. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you go and hit the like button down below. It really does help out the channel. Go and subscribe if you haven't made it there already. And if you like, you can go and check out a full playlist of all of our Regulation G teams here on Pokesports. Apart from that, I'll see you tomorrow in what might be the final Mike video for a little while. And, in the future, things might be changing up a little bit, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Anyway, I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.